Hey, what's up, everyone? It's your girl, Megan Camarena. Welcome to this Let's Play presented by Marvel Strikeforce. We're taking an exciting look into the Black Widow event going on in Marvel Strikeforce right now. And we have a cool little something to show you. I'm joined here with Nick Huggett. What is up? How's it going?
Hey, how's it going, guys? Really happy to be here.
You're the senior community manager. You oversee the interface's player base. You're essentially the face of the game, and people often go to you for community feedback and just, you know, they keep up with the game with you, and you're pretty great at answering them. Am I right?
Yeah, actually, so here we're on the set of what we call our strike time episodes. So about once a month, we put together a video where we interview our developers. They talk about, you know, the new characters that are coming out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we do stuff like community spotlights. As you know, Marvel fans are super talented. They love doing lots of illustrations. So we have lots of players that love to show off their illustrations of their favorite characters that we have in the game. You know, I not just, you know, forward facing, you know, I take all feedback from our players directly to the developers. You know, people wonder like, hey, do you actually like talk to the devs? Yes, I talk to them daily. I give feedback daily. So, you know, just kind of like that in-between guy. If you imagine like an hourglass turned on its side, devs on one side, community on the other, I'm the guy standing right in the middle, talking to both sides.
Oh, that's the best. We need someone like that. You're like our champion. You speak for all of us. So
Absolutely.
I'm actually a very big Marvel Strikeforce fan. I did like a little cosplay when the game first came out and had a guild and everything. We went really hard. But for people who don't know, what is Marvel Strikeforce?
Okay, so Marvel Strikeforce is the battle system is a turn-based strategy system. It's an RPG game. So imagine if you've played any other type of games before, where like you've had a squad or a team, and you fight against another team, and you kind of take turns, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like you tell one person to do something, then maybe the enemy takes a turn to do something, then you get to do something again. Very much like that style of combat.
Mm-hmm.
And the game is also heavily based off of, you know, whether you succeed or fail is heavily weighted on buffs and debuffs. So like giving speed up to your team and defense up, or conversely, like putting defense down on the enemy, or causing like bleed, those kind of things. So a lot of the game is taking turns and then trying to like trying to get buffs on your team, take buffs off of the enemy team, getting debuffs off of your team, and getting debuffs off of the other team.
So what you're saying is there's a bit of strategy involved. It's not just button mashing.
There's definitely a bit of strategy involved. It's really kind of like to your level and like your play style.
Yeah.
Like you can put together a team that's all like power based and just going in there and like punching as hard as they can, or you can be really super strategic. You know, it's a game that lends itself very much to how you want to play.
Yeah, and it's available to download for free in Google Play, in the Google Play Store, and in the Apple App Store, which is awesome. So what is the overall goal of Marvel Strikeforce?
Sure. So I think it's what you would loosely, our players like to call this a hero collector game, because really kind of that's what you're doing. You're collecting all of the different, you know, Marvel heroes and villains. You know, all of your favorite characters that you know. I think one of the cool things about our game that just everyone has pretty much universally praised is the art style. I think you look at the characters in the game, you look at Black Widow, even the one that you've got on the screen right there.
Yeah.
It looks like you could just take her out of the screen and you've got this right here. I would say that, you know, what's really one of the things that sets our game apart is that they look like tangible things, right? They look like those action figures that you've collected your entire life, and that you could just like put them into the game and start playing with them.
Yeah.
And
So
you know, the animation's also top notch.
That's definitely what makes Marvel Strikeforce so unique.
Yeah.
But I think like the overall goal, like you said, is hero collecting, leveling up those characters, leveling up yourself, correct?
Right. So you are what we call a commander in the game. And you get a number of other characters that kind of guide you through the game. Nick Fury being one of the main ones. I mean, who better to learn from than the director of S.H.I.E.L.D. himself?
Yeah.
So yes, you're collecting the heroes. You're leveling them up. Again, kind of a harken back to like those old RPGs that you guys may have played.
Yeah.
One of my favorite parts about those games was actually getting into the towns and like going and talking to the vendors and like leveling up. Find like, ooh, here's a better sword. Ooh, here's a better shield. Here's some better armor or a cap or something. That's one of my favorite things about those games. So if that was something that you really enjoyed about those games, you're absolutely going to love us about this game, because there are so many opportunities to keep like leveling up your characters.
Yeah.
And even some customization in our new ISO 8 system.
I think that's probably the most addictive part about this game. Like, and a fun and just like it makes me so passionate about it is the collecting things and being able to level up my character and make them better. I guess we should like kind of dive into the game, because I've heard that there's a chance to get a free Black Widow character. And for everyone that's watching right now, we are live. So if you have any questions for Nick, now is the time to go ahead and ask them. We'll be answering them throughout today's stream. But I guess we should show them what we're talking about, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So right now we have going on in the game a special event that is called Web of Spies. That is based around Black Widow, and also, you know, inspired by the theatrical film. So you're at your home screen right now. If you scroll on over to where it says Milestones there, it's got a little red, what we call a red badge there. And you can see in those first two areas, it says Web of Spies and Target Acquired. So go ahead and tap on the first one there under Go for Web of Spies. And then this is one of the, you asked me before, like what are one of the things you do in this game? Well, we're really focused on rewarding you for just the normal things that you would do in the game. And that's very much what this Web of Spies event is. If you want to go ahead and you can kind of scroll down there and you can see like all these rewards that you can get. You've got shards there for, you know, Red Guardian, for Yelena.
So when you collect character shards, you get a certain amount and you're able to redeem them for a character, right? And
right. So you need a minimum number of shards to unlock a character. Usually they unlock at about 2 or 3 stars. So, you know, just kind of a general rule of thumb, you probably need about 100 usually to unlock a character. And then after that, you use the character shards to further level them up all the way up to 7 yellow stars in the game. So yeah, that's all the stuff that you can earn, and there's some really, really good stuff in there. Got people who play the game. You can look at like those top milestones there, and those are really what we like to call juicy. Those are some juicy rewards. But if you go over to that little tab that says scoring there on the left-hand side, that tells you like how you can earn all the points. So it's just really simple on there. It says, you know, like open a hidden threat orb. Or open, you know, there are these special threat orbs that you can open, and then every time you just open those, you get more points.
Oh, nice.
So, you know, we want to, we're very conscious about, you know, maximizing the amount of time you spend in the game. Like everything you do, every minute you spend in the game, we want it to feel good.
Yeah, rewarding. Yeah.
Yes, and rewarding, absolutely.
Tabzina has a question. What are tips for new players? They're downloading it right now as they're watching this Marvel Let's Play, and they're following along. What do they got to do?
Yeah, so the first thing I would say is you want to, at the beginning of the game, we give you a lot of what's called campaign energy to go through the campaigns. And the faster you can go through the campaigns, the more progress you're going to make. Because every time you level up, we actually, as a player, you player level up, we give you more energy. So, you can just keep playing and playing and playing, honestly, for the first couple of days, like almost nonstop if you wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
And considering that the Web of Spies event right now is going to reward you for doing those things normally, like you can just make a ton of progress leveling up those characters early on in the game.
Okay.
That would be my first tip.
That's where you should start it. And this is a 14-day event that's going on right now, and it's happening until July 16th too, right?
Right. So it's only a couple more days, but if you just really focus for the next few days, you should be able to get a lot of rewards. Wow. In fact, you should even be able to unlock Black Widow herself. We made that a fairly low low bar to entry to unlock her. And she's also been a recently reworked character. This is another thing that we do a lot in the game. We take characters that maybe were released, 2-3 years ago, and we bring them up to speed on what the latest characters are. So, characters like Yelena, Red Guardian, they're newer characters. So we went back and we updated Black Widow to make sure that she works really well with them and also improve some of her stats and stuff as well.
Nice. So they can have like a cool team up.
Yes, absolutely.
I actually
That's
have
one
them.
of the things that, we want to make sure, because this is a squad-based game, you usually are taking in five characters. So we want to make sure that, anywhere from like a duo, 2 characters that work really well as a team, all the way up to all 5 characters working, in synergy with each other, work really well. And those 3 characters I mentioned, Red Guardian, Yelena, Black Widow, they are an awesome trio.
Yeah, I'm pulling them up on the screen right now for everyone to see in my roster.
Yeah, again, I love the look of him. I just feel like I look at that Red Guardian and I'm like, I could just pull him out of the game and I could set him right on my desk and he would just look amazing as a statue.
Yeah, no, he looks great. I love the shadowing too. It's so detailed. For those just joining, we're playing Marvel Strikeforce today, and you can download Marvel Strikeforce free in the Google Play Store or in the Apple App Store. And I highly recommend it because there's an amazing event happening right now, which we're covering, and we're giving you all of the juicy tips and details, so you can really maximize the next couple of days before it ends, right? You just dive right in.
Yes, absolutely.
Get everything
even though
you need.
we're into the event, if you go hard the next few days, you're gonna earn a lot of rewards.
Okay, sweet. So some of the rewards and milestones are the event Orb Opening. This is my favorite. I'm not gonna lie. This is like my favorite part. It's like the equivalent of like loot boxes. I wonder if I have any that I could show people because it's so satisfying. It would be under, what would it be under?
If you go to supplies over there on the left-hand side.
Okay.
And then under Orbs, you should have some that you can probably open there. Yeah, because your red badge. Oh, there you go. Yeah, see, so you got the orange hidden threat orbs. Go ahead and open one of those. And you can see this is the stuff that you get rewarded for. So not only do you get stuff in the orb, you're also going to get points towards that milestone.
Okay. And these are like the possible rewards too. So opening it up.
Yeah. If you ever want to see, what's in the what we call like the loot table or the pool, there's that eye that's in the more the upper right hand side of the screen. We're very transparent in this game, so you know exactly what's in things. You know what the odds are of pulling things. So if you ever are not sure of what's in there, just go ahead and tap that eye and it will show.
Ooh, really cool. Okay, well, I'm maxed out. You can also skip this animation, but do you ever skip it?
If I have to open a lot, sometimes I'll save up. I know there are players that like to save up some orbs sometimes. So if I've got like 100 to open, I'll probably skip the animation.
100?
But yeah, this is something that the team spent a lot of time on to make sure that feels really good to open those orbs.
Yeah.
But then also not, take up too much time.
Yeah. No, I think it's just quick enough. I feel like skipping it is just like, I don't know, it's rushing it. I like taking my time. I like seeing everything get unpackaged. So let's see. This is pretty cool. This is like one of my favorite parts. I can't believe we opened up over 100. I have like 6 and I'm like, wow, this is awesome. It's like Christmas. What are some more like rewards and milestones with this special event? The 3 event orbs. Each orb will contain gear of a single color and will grant player players' orb fragments of the following: Training Gold and Mega. There's also 4 bonus events, right? This is, I guess, going into more detail about the game. Energy Overdrive, you can earn 240 campaign energy. That's not on ISO when you refill your campaign energy. You can train and gain 2 times training modules from campaign nodes. Gold Rush, 2 times gold from campaigns. There's Catalyst Cataclysm, 3 times basic catalyst from campaign nodes.
Yeah, if you tap on the events button there.
Okay.
And you can just scroll through those, and you can see like all the different things that you can do.
So many things
in the game right now.
Yeah.
And then it will also kind of help give you direction there.
Mm-hmm.
To see, like, you know, we also do lots of preview events right there, so you can see, for example, like conspiracy theories with Sharon Carter. You know, brand new character to the game. If you tap on the preview, it'll kind of let you know what you can expect that's coming up in the near future.
Oh, wow.
So this is going to be what's called an ECM, or an event campaign mission.
Okay.
And this is really one of our players' favorite ways to unlock new characters. Our players absolutely love event campaigns, because usually you can get about a 4 to 5 yellow star character just doing kind of the daily routine that you normally do.
Okay.
Of course, if you want to go really hard and spend some resources in there, you could easily get them up to 6 or 7 yellow star as well.
So what's the maximum amount of stars, and what is that? Is like the rank of the character for people that aren't familiar with the game?
Yeah, so it goes up to 7 yellow stars.
Okay.
So and that is really going to boost their base stats every time that you rank them up. Usually you want to get really high stars on characters that are very reliant on their stats. So if they want to deal a lot of damage, if they are a tank, or they're trying to protect the rest of their team, you want to have high health. You really want to try and get them up to the highest stars as possible, 6, 7 yellow stars.
Okay.
For characters that are more around utility, for example, like maybe more like healers, like Minerva, or characters that grant a lot of buffs. Moondragon is one of the newest characters from the Infinity Watch team. You don't necessarily need them at the higher stars. They're great, but you could have them at more like 4 to 5 yellow stars, and they're still going to do really well, because their main job is giving buffs to the team, or maybe stripping buffs off the enemy, rather than needing to just run over and punch them in the face really hard.
Yeah. Well, let's take a look at the Black Widow characters. I gave everyone a quick little preview real quick.
Yep.
We have Black Widow right now. I have her at 3 stars. She's tier 9. So I've like upgraded her abilities and equipment. Oh, actually, I don't think I've upgraded.
Oh, I think you can rank her up. You can rank her up to a 4.
Oh my goodness.
You've got enough shards there, so we can actually see right now what it looks like. So just pause on the screen for a second, and you can see that when you ranked her up, you can see all the stats, right?
Yeah.
You can see how she got more health, damage, armor, focus, and resistance, and those are really the 5 base stats that you care about in the game. I can really quickly explain that.
Yeah.
I think health is pretty self-explanatory. It's how much damage they can take before they're knocked out. Damage is how much they deal. Armor is how much they're going to reduce the damage that is dealt to you. Focus is primarily for if you're trying to land debuffs. So, for example, Black Widow has a stun. She can stun an enemy, and the higher the focus, the better the chance you're going to be able to land that stun on the enemy.
Ooh.
And then resistance is going to be kind of the opposite side of the coin of that for her. It's her ability to try and shrug off those debuffs to her. So if someone was trying to hit Black Widow with stun, the higher the resistance you have, the better chance you have for her to try and ignore that.
Yeah.
So those are the 5 important stats to know.
I just realized, so I've upgraded Black Widow, but her abilities are all still at level 1.
Right.
So I could go into here and I could just upgrade all of these, right?
Yes, absolutely. So go ahead and start upgrading them. You can see that with each level that you upgrade, they get slightly better. Usually they get like they'll get increased damage percentage.
Yeah.
They'll get an increased percent on, say, landing a debuff, or a better percent chance of giving a buff to one of your team members. And our abilities are 7-7-7-5. So you can the characters that have 4 abilities. The first, second, third ability, which we call the basic, the special, and the ultimate.
Oh.
You can get up to 7, level 7. And then their passive abilities, you can get up to level 5. And we got a big roster in the game. Like we've got, well over 100 characters. If you ever kind of want to get an idea of what a character does, the best thing to do is look at the passive. So look at the 4th one on there. That's called Saboteur. And if you read that, that really kind of gives you the idea of what the character does.
Okay.
Because the passive is something they're usually just always going to do.
Yeah.
So she just calls straight out there, gain 10% speed. This is applied after any character has taken an action. On self or ally stealth, 50% chance to apply offense up to self and all skill military allies. So that tells you right there, oh, she's really good with other characters that have skill and military. And, I can just tell you because I know this, Yelena and Red Guardian are also skill and military.
Nice.
So that's just kind of the best way to identify, how characters work well together.
Yeah. Kind of to set up a good team. For people watching right now, who's your favorite Black Widow character to play as? There's Black Widow, Yelena, Red Guardian, and Taskmaster. Nick, do you have a favorite?
Oh, gosh. My favorite. I think my favorite right now is Black Widow because our team recently updated her and made her a lot better. So they took a character that I was already pretty familiar with, and then once you get to take them out and it's like they're turbocharged from like where they used to be, it just feels so satisfying, you know? To where she wasn't what we would consider to be like a meta game character, like, in the top tier, the top echelon. She'd kind of fallen out of it. So the fact that like she's up there again is just super satisfying. And the fact that she's got her new snowsuit costume, like it basically just feels like a brand new character right now.
And she's been around from the start of the game, right?
She had been. Yeah. She was very good, at the beginning, worked very well with the Avengers. Still works well with the Avengers, paired up with Hawkeye, especially as a duo. But if you really want to use her to her fullest, the skill military team, and in a mode that we call Alliance War, which we'll get into a little bit, that's really where that team and Black Widow is going to shine.
Ooh, okay. All right. I just upgraded all of their abilities. I think the only person I have left to do is Taskmaster.
Red Guardian there, you can level him up to the next level too. So you can see when they've got that full yellow bar. You can rank him up.
Oh, okay. All right, but that costs money.
It costs a little bit of gold. Sure.
Yeah.
But we give out a lot of gold in the game. The players will say like they always need gold, which is true. Like, I mean, like just like money, right? Like you're like, hey, I could always use a little bit more. But we actually just, with the latest version of the game, we increased a lot of our gold payouts in the game.
Oh, nice.
So you really don't need to be too concerned about that.
Okay, so I'll have a chance to make up for that. So I don't need to be too thrifty.
Yeah.
You mentioned the snowsuit. How can people get that? How do I?
Yes. So costumes is a fairly new feature in the game that we just came out with a few months ago. So if you go back to the roster, right after you're done upgrading your Taskmaster there, no problem.
I'm getting him ready. We're about to fight, right?
Yeah.
Okay, back to the roster.
Okay, so if you look for Black Widow again, and you can also filter. There's a really easy way to filter for certain characters because again, we have a ton of characters in the game.
Yeah.
On the left-hand side, you can kind of see that thing that looks like a funnel. By the scroll bar on the left-hand side. There you go. Now, if you scroll down, and you can check first military.
Okay.
It's alphabetical order right now. So if you go down to military, now scroll down a little bit more and find skill.
Okay.
And now you can close it out. You can tap on that little funnel again.
Sweet. I think that was up at the top.
Just to the right of the scroll bar is the little funnel.
Oh my goodness! Yes, you're right. You're right.
There you go. And now you can see all of your skill military characters. You can also see we've got a couple more in there, like Killmonger. There's a mercenary soldier as well.
Mm-hmm.
So if you tap on Black Widow,
okay,
and then just on her feet there, you'll see a little mask.
Oh yeah.
And then if you can tap, there you go, and that's her snowsuit there. So again, if you've been playing through the event, you should be able to unlock this for free.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you probably wouldn't have time if you only are starting to play today.
Mm-hmm.
But this can also be purchased.
Oh.
So you earn a costume currency in the game. Even just in future events as well, you'll earn more costume currency. So you can, if you really wanted it right now, you could go ahead and purchase it right now. Or if you want to wait and see what our next costume event's going to be, you can earn more costume currency that way as well. So we usually give you a number of ways to unlock a lot of the characters, or especially the costumes in the game. That's our intention. And we come out with new costumes every version. We usually have a new version every about 5 to 6 weeks.
Oh, wow. That's a lot.
Yeah.
I love a good outfit change, let me tell you. So chat said that they love playing as Black Widow too. So there's that little affirmation there. Black Widow is a great character to play with. Yep. So should we dive into the game? Should we do a little bit of gameplay? What do you think?
Yeah, sure. Why don't we start with some campaign missions first?
Okay.
And we can just kind of get a feel for the combat.
Okay.
And then I want to take you into when you asked before, like, what's the goal of the game? Really, the crown jewel of the game is Alliance War. That's really kind of one of the crown jewels. So we'll see if maybe we can get into that. But let's go ahead and go into the campaigns there.
Okay.
And you can see there's a number of different campaigns. So we've got a lot of story actually in this game.
And it's really good.
It's another one of
the writing's like really good. It's super fun.
Yeah, I think we've got a really good writing team,
mm-hmm.
and whenever we've got some story-driven stuff, I think that's been one of the things that our players are usually very surprised with. Like whenever we come out with a new version and we've got another chapter for a campaigin, our players come back and say, "Wow, I was actually really impressed with the writing."
It's really good. I read a lot of the comics, and it's just like it's a thing that sometimes you skip through. When there is like dialogue, but it's sometimes it's really nice to read through the story. You're like, wow, this is juicy.
And we also actually have like some like Easter eggs or like call outs to other
mm-hmm.
things too. Like there have been some times where we've had like references to like other Marvel video games, right? And people are like, oh, I totally recognize that people love to use that meme of Captain America saying, hey, I understood that reference.
Yeah, that's it.
So let's go ahead and jump into the Heroes Assemble campaign. I'm not exactly sure where you're at. By the way, we're looking at her live account, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
So let's see. You are up to, looks like you're up to Heroes 6-9.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go ahead and fight on that one, and let's see what you can do here. So click on Fight, which is in the bottom right over there.
Okay.
Look at some of this dialogue here.
Here's a little story. Should I skip it or should we go through it?
Let's go ahead and read it so probably get an idea of what the stories are like. So you got Thor there that says, Drax, we must protect our shield operator while she opens the tomb. The enemy threat will be the greatest we have faced yet.
At last.
At last, we are sure the little red spider alien will survive the battle. And there's Spidey. For the last time, Drax, I'm not an alien, just a human in a suit. So, little bit of humor there. Drax, I think, is a little confused. Still do not understand the customs of your alien culture.
So.
All right, so let's. If you tap on the characters,
mm-hmm.
that will clear them out. So let's go ahead and we will do that thing before where we searched for skill and military.
Okay. Sweet. Popping that up. All right.
All right, and then you can quickly add all the characters there. Go ahead and throw in Punisher too. Why not?
Okay, why not?
since he's right there.
We do have room.
And then you can go ahead, let's see, open up that, just click back on all again.
Okay.
Or, yeah, click on all. There you go. Let's go ahead and grab, Night Nurse, there's the first one. She can kind of help heal the team.
She's a really good healer.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and tap on Night Nurse there.
Okay.
And now you should have a full team ready to go.
Okay.
It's been a while since I played this node. I don't know how well we're going to do, but we'll see. We can at least show the fans out there what type of battle we've got.
All right.
And there we go. There's the Loki, President Loki. That actually is a costume in our game as well. So if you guys watched the most recent episode.
It looks so good. All right, going up against Yondu right now.
Yeah, so whenever you see guys with red eyes in the game, it's because they are under mind control by Ultimus. So that's how you can identify when you're fighting against the mind-controlled enemies here. All right, so this is kind of the core combat of the game, which is that you see down in the bottom right corner, you've got your different options of the different abilities you can do.
And different charges.
If you tap with your thumb and hold on it, it will show you what the ability does.
Okay.
Or you can just go ahead. There you go. So that in case you forgot what the ability does, you can go ahead and do that. So go ahead and just start tapping on buttons, and we'll see Black Widow starting to tear it up.
Okay. Another really cool thing is there's different speeds that you can go through if you're like really trying to like maximize the next couple of days. That kind of helps. You can also do auto, but I feel like that kind of takes away the fun of the strategy of the game.
Yeah, I think so. You use auto kind of like once you've already mastered it, right? Like once you've solved the puzzle, you've done it a lot of times, then you just kind of then you can do it on. You can make it faster. You can do auto, and then you can kind of more quickly go through and get some of those rewards.
Yeah.
There are some modes later on in the game that are kind of based more around time, so that's when people will start to use that speed up.
Yeah, lean into that.
So right now we also are using what's called our dynamic camera. So that's where the camera will move around the battlefield. It will follow the characters when they do like certain combos, and that's something that you can turn on and off as well in the options. Ooh, Ronan just called in a bunch of backup. Okay.
Well, it also up at the top left-hand corner, it lets you know how many enemies you're dealing with. Right now we have 13 out of 12, which feels like that's a little bit of cheating. Okay.
Yeah, so that's how many you have to beat in order to clear the battle. But that's because, Ronan called in some extra guys. But fortunately, they're a little bit easier to beat. So you see that Yelena is in stealth there. She's got the blue and like the scan line kind of shader. Yeah, so this is what you're trying to do in this mission is that you're trying to protect the operative while she's doing her thing. So you can either protect the operative for an amount of time or you just clear off all the enemies.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So as the healer, I should make sure that she stays alive.
Yeah, so that's why it's definitely good to have a healer in this mission to make sure she doesn't die before she completes her task.
Gotcha. Should I do an ultimate?
So you can see whenever that you do like whenever there's like a benefit to one of your characters, you get that yellow text that comes off. It'll say like saboteur or offense up, so you can know like where all of those actions are taking place.
Okay. Should I try an ultimate?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. This is like
tear it up, Yelena.
Oh, that was huge. I mean, like, back
pretty
to
satisfying.
Back. Right. Why not, right? I think Thor... Oh, no. He can't do it. It's not enough energy yet.
Not enough energy yet. Yeah, so he's an extra in this event. So in a lot of the story missions, you'll get extra characters that are helping to guide you through the story.
YouTube or YT Soner asked, I guess this is from YouTube. How can I join this event?
So the Web of Spies event, it's not like you have to do something specifically. You don't have to like find the event and click on join the event. You just have to do the things that it's telling you to do. So if you're installing the game brand new today, you're going to need to progress through the game enough to where you get out of kind of the tutorial section, and then that event will unlock for you. And then just to find out how you earn points for it, there's always a button on the left-hand side that says scoring. And then if you tap on that scoring button, it'll tell you how you earn points for the event. But it's not something you have to like join specifically. Just do the things that you would normally do, and you'll be earning points for it.
And just as a reminder, you can download Marvel Strikeforce for free in the Google Play Store or Apple App Store. Now's a really great time to join too, just saying.
Yep. I don't know about you, Megan, but it felt so good to be in the movie theater this weekend. Like, I finally felt like things were somewhat back to normal, that I could be, in the movie theater, eating my popcorn.
It was so good. I was a little embarrassed. I feel like I've been watching movies on my couch for so long that there was a couple moments when I was watching the movie that I screamed. And I'm like, wait, I'm in a theater. I need to dial it back. I'm not in my living room anymore, but it did feel very nice. Wookie Fodder asked, these animations this isn't a question, just a little compliment. So these animations are amazing. And I think this is such a really fun part of Marvel Strikeforce. They're not just going in and just doing random stuff. Like, you get to kind of see a really dope animation. So this is also something to be mindful of, right? In terms of strategy, is selecting the enemy that you kind of want to use the move on. It will generally pick for you or have it auto-selected. But right now, these two guys are looking a little bit low on health. I feel like I should target one of them, right?
Yeah, go for it. And you're absolutely right. Targeting characters, especially for certain teams, is essential to unlocking their full potential.
Yeah.
So your selection and which characters you attack, especially in like the later modes in the game when it gets really difficult, it absolutely matters and can affect, it can determine whether or not you win or lose a match.
Yeah. Marvel fan 7325 asked, can I play Strikeforce on my tablet?
Yes, you should be able to play it on your tablet. Absolutely.
So weird. Big Spartan 034 asked, how long will it take new players to get to the Doom campaign?
Ooh, the Doom campaign, that is more of what we consider to be end game content. So it's going to take you a while. Do I know off the top of my head? No, but it's going to take you a while. Plus you need to unlock like certain characters for it. One of the things when people are asking before, like tips for new players, under the events section, we have certain characters that you can unlock that are called like legendary events. And getting those characters to unlock some of those legendary characters that you'll see, like Magneto, Black Bolt, Phoenix, those are really the characters that you want to focus on, because in unlocking those legendary characters, those are going to be helpful when you get to things like the Doom campaign, because Doctor Doom's no pushover. So you need to be bringing in, some of the strongest characters in the Marvel universe for that.
Yeah, people that you have leveled up and spent some time on.
Yeah.
All right, so we beat it.
Oh, fantastic!
We did it.
Yep.
Not bad. I thought you were scared that we weren't going to be able to, and I was like, wait, I've already done this before. I feel like we should be fine, right?
It's just been a really long time since I played the node, so I was like, I can't remember if we're strong enough or not. But yeah,
I think when I first played this, I did struggle keeping one of my characters alive during each phase, and I had to play through it a couple different times.
Yeah, but that's part of the fun, right? Is like you learn more by losing than you do by winning, usually.
Yeah.
And so the game kind of teaches you how to play in that respect and says, no, you did this thing wrong, go back and try again.
Yeah, it's like a game of chess. You're kind of like trying to strategize and figure it out.
Yeah.
Marcy94 says, I'm not a big turn-based player. That being said, would this game change that for me? I definitely think so. There's just so much to do in the game.
I mean, I don't like it's that's kind of an it's a very personal question, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you're saying like, would I enjoy this personally? And obviously, I don't know them. What I can say is that I think that the game does a good job of not throwing too much at you too soon.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, we don't just throw you into the deep end of the pool, right?
Yeah.
We gradually ease you into it to where, you know, I know in a match like that you just saw, you might look at it and be like, oh my gosh, there's so much going on. I don't know what's going on. But that's something you work up to gradually, right? Like she was in, Megan was in chapter 6, whereas, you know, the first couple of chapters is we're going to hold your hand and make sure that you understand all the nuances of what's going on so we don't overload you. So, I mean, just the best thing that I would say is like, play the game for a few days. If you find that is changing your mind, then yes, I would say that the game would. If after you play for a few days, you're still not into it and be like, okay, it's just not your thing, and that's fine. It's just your personal preference.
But give it a try. There's a lot to do when you first download the game, and not in an overwhelming sense, but you're not just doing the same thing. There's a lot to explore, and I think that's what makes Marvel Strike Force such a fun game.
Yeah. So one of the things we could do next is if you wanted to click on Blitz there. This is one of the cornerstone modes for the game.
Yes.
And right now you can earn shards for Yelena.
Yay.
So if you click on Go.
Should change my team.
This is cool because this is a great mode where you get to use your entire roster, right?
Yeah.
Here's another tip for beginner players. You're usually looking to do two things with your roster. How players like to say, you either want to go big, or you want to go tall, or you want to go wide. And when they say going big, it means like you want to focus on like 5 characters that you're going to use in arena. Or they say go wide, which means you want to level up your roster to where you can do things like in Blitz. So yeah, just go ahead and make any team you want here.
Okay. Let's get Kamala Khan in the mix. Why not,
okay,
right?
And then before you click ready, over on the right-hand side, you can see the little arrow that points down. That means you can save the team.
Oh.
And then if you click on the little button above that, where it's got the 3 people next to each other, you can see these are all of your saved squads.
Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah, so you can save your lineups. And I believe, so how many do we have? Up to 20, or was it 30 at this point?
15?
15 right now. But as you level up, you unlock more saved squads.
Oh, that's awesome.
So if you click ready.
Okay.
So first, let's just go ahead and do a regular battle.
Okay.
And then this is going to be similar to how we did another battle.
All right.
But Blitz is great because it's a mode that's very friendly towards
beginners,
people who have a lot of time to play. Basically, the more time you put into Blitz, the more you're going to get out of it. So Blitz for me is also something like I love to do throughout the day. Like, you know, let's say like I got to go to the post office and drop something off, and I'm waiting in line for 5 to 10 minutes for my turn. I'll break out the game and I'll do some blitzing, because I know every time I blitz, it's going to help me make more progress.
Yeah. Oh man, another strategy, isn't it? What do you think? Is it effective to take out the healer first? Because I've been in matches where I'm like so close to defeating one of the enemies, and then they get healed to maximum health, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not paying attention to this healer. We have like a medic, a shield medic right there.
Yeah, that's kind of like turn-based RPG 101. Kill the healer first. Because yeah, you don't want that, right? Like you're getting most of their team down to like 10% health, and then the healer like Night Nurse or Minerva or something like that comes in and just or Iron Fist and heals them all back up again.
That is like I cry. One single tear goes down my eye when that happens.
Believe me, I do more than cry. It's like sometimes just like you're one hit away from getting somebody down and they heal and you're just like
That's happened during like campaign modes where I'm like, I have it, I'm so close, and I've just gotten so frustrated. I'm like, I gotta be looking out for this. Willow Wah said, Nick, how often are new campaigns released?
How often do we have new campaigns? That's a good question. I would say a few times per year. usually. Maybe like twice, 3 times per year. It really kind of depends on... Yeah, it's one of those ones I can't really give a solid answer on because it really kind of depends on what the needs are for the game.
Ooh.
We haven't done too many campaigns this year, but I know that the team has been talking about, in looking in our content roadmap, we're looking to do more next year because when we do a campaign, we want to make sure that we're telling a story, and it's a good story, right? It's something that Marvel fans are really will be able to sink their teeth into.
Yeah, and enjoy.
So I know we don't really have too many more campaigns scheduled for like the rest of 2021, but I think in 2022 you can expect to see more story-driven campaigns.
That's exciting. K. Frank and Beans asked, how much screen time is recommended to excel in this game?
Sure. So what's great is that it kind of runs the gamut, again, based on your play style. So the number one thing you want to do, so really quick, we'll come back into Blitz, but let me just show people really quick. If you go out of Blitz for a second, and back to the home screen. So in the bottom right, you see daily objectives. Click on that. So, and as you can see, like just through playing the game, you've already done a number of these. You can start claiming all of these daily objectives right here.
There's like daily login rewards too, just for opening up the app.
If you do nothing beyond just these daily objectives, that is going to make sure that you are making progress every day. And usually this could take anywhere from, I don't know, 20 to 30 minutes, depending on the day, depending on how quickly you're going through them, whether or not you're using auto mode. I would say at the fastest, you could do it, in 20 minutes. Our veteran players, I'm sure, could do all of these in about 20 minutes. If you're a newer player, it might take you more like 30 to 40-ish, just to do like all these minimum ones. But also, if you click on that strike pass there, which is right underneath Wolverine.
Oh yeah.
So when you're doing your daily objectives, you're also going to be unlocking these extra rewards down there along that free path. This is what's called a battle pass. A lot of games have this now, where you just get these extra rewards for doing the stuff you would normally do. And as you can see, you get power cores, you can get gold orbs, you get character shards. You can see we've got Misty Knight there, so you can get character shards to help you unlock Misty Knight.
Oh, wow.
And you can activate a premium battle pass as well. But again, this is just tied to the daily objectives. So right now, like when you play the game right now, it's like you're getting your daily objectives, you're getting your strike pass stuff, you're doing your web of spies, like you're just getting so much value for every minute that you play in the game. So to answer the question, I would say probably anywhere from 20 to 40 minutes a day, depending on how fast you want to play. Just do your daily objectives and you'll be good. Obviously, there's extras that you can do, but focus on the dailies and you'll be making progress every day. That feels great.
It's so satisfying checking off all of those all of your dailies. It's so easy to do, and getting the rewards, it really pushes you ahead in the game so quickly. This is an easy one to jump into. I see we have Alliance War gameplay, but I think I don't. It requires Alliance level 20, and I don't think I can get into that.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't think you're in an alliance, which is okay. But once it's also when you consider kind of more of the end game content. That's really when you get into an alliance and you've got an alliance of 24 players. And you're really strategizing together, and you're working together to attack an opponent's helicarrier. It gets to be really exciting. But that's fine. As we're kind of giving a tour for more newer players today, we can focus on more of the newer stuff. So if we go back into Blitz really quickly, I want to show you another way in which you can kind of do your daily objectives more quickly. So once you get to level 65, you can unlock Sim. So if you see in the middle of the screen, there's a button that says Sim. If you tap that.
Okay. I see show stats.
Right next to show stats to the left. There you go. Now, if you hit that battle button again, hit it again. There you go. You're done. You just did the battle. So That's
No
another
way.
really quick way to earn a lot of points. You can see like where right above the continue button, it shows those little like floppy disks.
Yeah.
You just earned points right there toward the web of spot, one of the milestones for the Black Widow event.
When I was playing this early on,
you could come in here and once you hit level 65,
Yeah.
you can sim a bunch of battles and earn points really quickly that way.
wow. When I was first playing, this wasn't a feature. So this is really cool. You're blowing my mind right now.
Yeah, this was something we introduced. I think I want to say December of last year.
Okay.
So in the past 6-7 months.
That's awesome. That's great. Should I do it again?
Sure, go for it. Earn some more points.
Why not, right? Because eventually it gets very challenging. Like I see it, like my opponent keeps kind of going up in like they're at 84,000 right now. I have 101,000, and that's just like my collective, like team damage, right? Or what is that number?
Yeah, so we call that power.
Power.
You can be either your team power. And then also, like if you look at your entire roster, you'll see players use this acronym a lot. It's TCP, which means your total collection power, the power of all your characters you've unlocked together. So, for example, I've got. Let me confirm here. This is one of the things that players usually want to ask me too. Like they want to know what my personal total collection power is. Right now, it is at 9.6 million. Which is all the characters together, and that's not even like the highest level. Trust me, there are some of our veteran players out there that are like, oh, you're under 10 million. So
I was feeling really good about this 100,000, and you just completely obliterated it. Wow, that's crazy. Oh my goodness.
And then you can see you also your rewards in the upper right has a red badge on it. If you tap on that, you can see that you get some rewards now for.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, for going through the milestones.
Wow, I'm collecting a lot right now. This is pretty satisfying.
Hey, look at all those Yelena shards you get.
Yes.
And then also, if you click on the tab next to it, so it says milestone, and then there's also one that says ranking.
Oh yeah.
So. This is what I was telling you about before. Every blitz you do, you're working towards getting into like this top rank of all players. If you kind of scroll down through there, you can see. So there's like percentages at the top. There's like the rank 1 through 100, top 1%, 2 to 3%. But then there's all different like percentages. Usually, what I shoot for is I try to get. If you scroll down just a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Usually what I'm trying to get is that top 11 to 25%. That's usually something that's pretty attainable for most players, and you still get some pretty decent rewards out of that. You can see you still get some Yelena shards, you get some bonus red stars for all that stuff. So
nice, very nice. Yeah. So I guess what else should we look at?
Sure. Let's go back to the home screen, and go ahead and scroll all the way over to the right.
Okay.
Let's tap on real-time arena there.
Okay.
And click on battle.
Okay.
So this is a feature where you're actually going to be playing against a real human being.
Oh.
So you're not playing against the computer. You're actually playing against somebody else. So let's go ahead and we can, if you want to, instead of having to look for all your characters again, you could also go to that save squad button, the little 3-man.
Oops. Wow, that's awesome.
And then you could just go and select your squad. There you go.
That's great.
And then right below that, you can see you've got objectives there, and it tells you if you do certain things, you'll get credit towards the battle pass.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and click ready. Just so you guys can see that what a match looks like when you're playing against real players.
This is my first time doing this. Oh, okay.
All right, so you're playing against somebody named Gamerbury.
Oh no, I'm Gamerbury.
Oh no, you're Gamerbury.
Yes.
You're playing against Fabkin33. Okay. All right. So here you've got 15 seconds for each. So go ahead and tap on one. Yeah, here you've got 15 seconds per move that you can do.
So I want to be pretty quick
or
about
10
it?
seconds.
Okay.
Me. Ooh, shocker just got you.
Ooh, they got like 20,000 on me. Oh my goodness.
So you probably want to focus on Hela, if possible here.
Okay. Oh.
Ooh, nice. Miss Marvel just smacked him.
Well,
because what Hela will do is for every opponent that you defeat, she will summon an undead Asgardian. So she's one of the best to try and take out first to make sure you don't have an army of undead Asgardians.
Yeah. I just don't think I'm going to survive this one. I'm just be honest with you. This is looking a little grim.
We'll see. You got a lot of debuffs on you. That's true.
It's looking pretty tragic right now.
Yeah, the opponent has a team that deals a lot of debuffs, as you can see, all those red circles above.
I'm done. I got 2 players. I got 1 left. I'm about to go to sleep. Oh.
That's okay.
That's okay. It was
and you
good
can see the Deadpool on that team has the X-Force costume. So that's one of the new costumes that's available in the game as well.
Nice. Very nice.
So now if you click on that go that's in the middle of the screen there, you can see that that's where you're making progress.
Nice.
So when you're doing your objectives, you're making progress towards this milestone. And again, you can earn power cores, you can earn character shards, gold, catalysts, all that kind of stuff.
Nice. Very nice.
And then it's also part of a daily objective currently as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So once again, you're making progress towards your daily objective.
I'm gonna go ahead and claim that.
There you go. For the Blitz. Yeah.
Okay, sweet. All right.
And so you've also got some achievements over there to the side in the left-hand navigation bar, all the way on the left.
Oh,
there's a little trophy that says achievements.
Ooh.
Yeah, go ahead and claim some of those.
I feel like people watching are seeing all these like little red lit up sections and are like, oh, why hasn't she clicked them yet?
Yeah. The red badges. You're just kind of we give you that little nudge of, hey, come do this thing. You'll get something fun for it. Some Proxima Midnight shards there. Good stuff.
Nice stuff, right? I mean, when these are lit up, it's just telling me to like head on over and check them out, right?
Yeah. So actually, go back into your events there.
Okay.
That's one of the things that. So there we got the Phoenix Rising event. Why don't you go ahead and tap on that one? This will show up for anyone that has not already completed it. So click on Fight there.
Okay.
Let's earn some shards for Phoenix because she is amazing.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and skip this.
Yeah, go for it.
So I have.
So in a lot of these legendary events, it's going to require you to use certain characters.
Okay.
In this one, they want you to use X-Men.
Okay. Well, this looks good to me. Let me load that up.
Or actually, it's actually giving you the X-Men team to kind of let you test it out to see if it kind of fits your play style. And then in order to unlock her further, you need some very specific characters that are villain mystic controllers. For example, like Hela. She's a villain mystic controller.
Got it. Ooh. All right. I can go in pretty nice here with Storm. Ultimate was already charged and ready to go.
Smack him up.
Oh, no one saw that.
Oh, come on, Wolverine.
That was embarrassing.
Yeah, he got blinded by Magneto's ultimate ability there.
Oh, he's struggling.
Yeah.
Oh no!
That's what Magneto does. He brings everyone together and then blinds them.
My Wolverine is a little bit weak. I'm not gonna lie. He's missing left and right. Should I target anyone specifically?
No. Well, let's see. You probably want to. Usually, Pyro is kind of the one you want to take down first.
Mm-hmm.
When you're facing the Brotherhood.
Yeah.
If you can get to him, looks like Juggernaut is taunting right now, so it's going to force you to attack Juggernaut.
Ooh, Death Proof. Oh, that was a nice one.
Death Proof means that if he gets knocked out, he will revive with a tiny sliver of health, and then hopefully you can try and heal him back up again afterwards.
Yeah. What are you thinking? Am I going to be able to win this one?
I think so. Now,
really?
One of the things is that, like, Phoenix, I don't want to give too much away, but if you actually take her down first, that's usually a bad thing, and you'll see why.
Okay. Whoa, there's a lot happening right now.
I'm just watching right now. It's been a while since I've been able to just watch somebody play and see all the animations. All right, got an assist there. Okay. See, now you just summon Phoenix, so that's why it's a bad thing. For the opponent to try and kill your Phoenix first.
Ah.
Smash.
Nice.
Definitely love Psylocke. One of my favorite characters. One of my favorite X-Men. Fastball special.
There we go. Oh my goodness. Teasar Edwards asks, "How can we see?"
Okay, now hang on. But before you do Phoenix's ultimate, put it back on 1x, because I want to show players this animation because it's really good. If you put it on 1x speed.
Oh, 1 time. Okay.
Because right now you got it on 2.
Yeah.
Okay, now hit her ultimate because this animation is great if you haven't seen it.
Whoa. That is pretty great. I'm glad we changed it. That was fantastic. Yeah. Teasar Edwards asked, how can we see what assists and counterattacks do as far as damage and debuffs?
This is an existing player asking about this. I know it is. So that's one of the things that is not surfaced too well in the game. Not because we don't want to, just because like the game from the beginning wasn't really built that way. Mm-hmm. One of the best ways that you can kind of find out what some of those secondary effects do is a very good website that we partner with that is called MSF, like Marvel Strikeforce, msf.gg. They're an official partner with ours. We give them access to the game's API, which means that they can pull some data out of there and make it viewable through the website. And if you go look on their website and you look at the individual characters, they should be able to give you kind of a better idea of what assists and counterattack damage percentages are. That's if you really want to lift up the hood and get into the nitty-gritty of the game. And it's something that we do want to try and help surface a bit more in the game in the future as well. There's a lot going on under the hood.
Nice. All right, you were right. I was able to do it. There we go.
Sweet.
Very nice, and the story continues.
And yeah, that saga continues. That bit of tension there between Wolverine and Jean.
Man, I love to see it. I'm telling you, it gets juicy. It's worth watching. Should we take a look at my roster review? Just go through it?
Oh, yeah. That's a great idea. So let's take a look at your roster, and we can kind of make some recommendations here on what we would want to help you level up first. So let's see. Go ahead and tap on that little funnel again on the left-hand side.
Okay.
Let's see. We're on all. So right now it's showing you all the ones that you want to promote. So I'm sorry, let's close this out again. and scroll past the ones that are promotion. Okay, right there. Let's take a look. Okay. So these are some of your characters that we want to upgrade first.
I worked really hard in the Thanos
one of
event.
the first ones that I see here is Gamora.
Yeah, she's great.
Gamora recently got a big rework in our game.
Oh.
Because she is now has the ability to become empowered. So if you click on, or excuse me, if you tap on her her passive ability, which is the fourth one down.
Mm-hmm. This one?
And if you now look towards the top middle of the screen, it says Empower. Mm-hmm. Tap on that. There you go.
Ooh.
Now, if you can kind of like twirl around her now, and you can see she has a different sword.
Whoa. That's crazy.
Yeah. So she is the second character in the game to have this. The first one is Thanos. Mm-hmm. So when Thanos gets all of the Infinity Stones, so if he gets all of his Black Order characters, they give him all the Infinity Stones and becomes empowered.
Yeah.
Gamora is now the second character in the game that is empowered.
Wow.
Now she can become empowered faster with the Infinity Watch, especially Adam Warlock, but she can also become empowered just on her own as well.
Okay.
So Gamora would be the first one that I would tell you so you can equip all, and you can train. Yeah, there you go. And then also, if you click on Find there, and scroll to the right, I believe. Oh yeah. So look at Blitz supplies.
Okay.
So she's available for 500 Blitz credits. So again, another reason why you want to do a lot of Blitz is you can get 5 Gamora shards daily with Blitz currency. She's very easy to get, actually. And she's currently just one of the best characters in the game. Like pound for pound, if there's like one single character you want to look to level up early in the game as soon as you can, get Gamora.
Okay.
She's also going to help you to unlock Star-Lord as a legendary character as well. So
nice.
Top of the list right now. Oh, and as a good way to remember this too, if you go back to the roster, click on. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Click on Gamora again. Tap on Gamora again. Right next to the costume button is a little heart.
Yeah.
If you tap on that heart, she's now favorited. So she's going to be pinned to the top of your roster to remind you that she's one of the characters you're working on. If you go all the way, I think it's not past promote though.
Oh, right here.
Yeah, right. So past promotion, she's the highest pinned one. So no, you're right. You had it right.
Okay, cool.
All right, let's go back again and take a look at your roster. Let's see who else we're working on here. Thanos is another very good one. So you got Thanos right there, right next to Gamora, coincidentally.
I worked really hard to level this guy up during the Thanos event. I'm not going to lie, because he was such a tank. So great.
Yes. So since then, he's actually become a bit easier to upgrade. I don't know why his character model is... There we go.
Oh, yeah. It was my internet.
Go ahead and favorite him as well.
Okay.
He's going to be he's the leader of the Black Order. He can become empowered as well. He's also going to be very good to help you get through the villains campaign.
Oh, good to know.
And he can also, you can get his character shards through one of the later nodes. I don't know if you can get him yet. Click on Find. Scroll to the right. Okay, so you need to unlock Nexus 8-9.
Okay.
So that's one of the things that you should work on is going through the Nexus campaign. You want to get up to Nexus 8-9, clear it at 3 stars. That way you can do the auto and just keep getting more Thanos shards every day.
Ooh, okay. Good. That's a really good tip.
Yeah. Okay, let's go back to your roster.
Okay.
Let's see. Night Nurse is actually pretty good too. For a while, she was not that great.
Oh, really?
But we recently revamped... or we introduced a new trait of Shadowland. So you can see she's got over there under her power number, she's got traits. It says hero, city, skill, support, and Shadowland. So the Shadowland team is, for Marvel aficionados out there, you would recognize Shadowland that is a series where Daredevil actually became the leader of the hand. So that it includes characters like Daredevil, Elektra, Moon Knight, and White Tiger. And they're also a very good team, and Night Nurse is a part of that.
Okay.
So I would also favorite Night Nurse and make sure that you work on
Leveling her
her
up.
character shards every day as well. So let's see,
Okay.
click on Find, and let's see if we can farm her shards. Yeah, we can. So hit auto win there on the, do the one on the right.
Nice.
Hey, and you got some Night Nurse shards. So yeah, just keep doing that every day, and you'll be working on getting her up there.
Sweet.
All right, let's go back to the roster, and again, that'll help you get through the Heroes campaign.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Which characters are the best for teaming up with the Black Widow character?
So that would be, there's a couple,
Okay.
Especially if we're talking like early on in the game. So again, so it's skill military. So there's Yelena and Red Guardian.
Yeah, of course.
And again, there's a blitz going right now for Yelena. So get in the game, start blitzing, and you'll earn Yelena shards.
Okay.
Those are going to be the two best for her. She also has some synergy with Hawkeye. So you
Ooh.
can throw her together with him, and they'll get some synergy as well.
Interesting.
She's also an Avenger. So if you pair her up with some of the Avengers, she will also work pretty well with them.
Okay.
Okay, so scroll back up just a little bit. Let's see who else we want to do here. Drax would be good because Drax is going to be a good tank. He'll help protect other members of your team in things like Heroes and like the Nexus campaigns.
Yeah.
And then also, along with Gamora, he's going to help you to unlock Star-Lord.
They're a good team up.
Yeah, so you could go ahead and if you favorite him as well,
Okay.
that way you'll remember to help work on Drax.
Yeah.
And I think he's an arena character to get. His character shards are pretty easy to get, is basically the point I'm making.
All right.
All right, let's go back to your roster. I love that we're doing like a roster review right now.
I know.
The Uber Strikeforce players right now that really like to get into the nitty gritty stuff, they love this stuff.
It's really
okay.
cool. I've worked really hard at. I mean, it's been a hot second since I've played, but it's interesting to see you look at my roster and like tell me these things. It's super fascinating.
Yeah, because like the meta game really changes up like probably about every 6 months.
Yeah.
So that's really like a good time to do roster reviews. Okay, let's scroll down a little bit more. Let's see who else you got here. Yeah, Red Guardian's good. You can get his character shards through, I believe, the Arena store now. Nebula is also very good. So Nebula, again, was a character that was not that great. But recently, because she's now part of the Infinity Watch team, we reworked her, and she's actually very good with Gamora. So even if you only have those, and so Gamora and Nebula are two characters you should be able to get fairly easily as newer players, and you pair them up together, and they do a lot of assist attacks together.
Nice.
So Nebula would be great
So
to do
favorite?
Early on.
Okay, sweet. Well, I mean, I think that about wraps it up for us today. This has been so awesome to go through together. We took a look at a lot of things today. This was I feel like I got a crash course, and I am so like ready to jump back into Marvel Strikeforce. Got some super helpful tips from you. We got to take a look at the Black Widow event that's going on right now in Marvel Strikeforce, which you can download for free in the Google Play Store and in the Apple App Store. We got to just really take a look at all of the new features and everything that you guys have been working so hard on. Do you have any closing thoughts or anything that you want to talk about before we close things out?
Couple things I would really quickly mention. Please go check out our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/Marvel Strikeforce. You'll actually see this set quite often for our Strike Time episodes. And we do a lot of character spotlights. And also we've got a really great community Discord server, which is discord.gg/ Marvel Strikeforce.
Nice.
Those two places right there will really help you get plugged in with our community.
I'm sure that's a great place for people to find alliances and stuff that they can join too, right?
Absolutely. The Discord server, there is a looking for alliance channel. So as soon as like you're looking to get really coordinated with an alliance, that's a great place to do it.
Okay. Okay, awesome. Well, thank you so much. Make
Megan.
sure you guys experience Marvel Studios' Black Widow in theaters now, or order it on Disney Plus with Premiere Access for an additional fee.
It's good. I've seen it. It's good. I can vouch.
Thank you all for joining us for today's Let's Play presented by Marvel Strikeforce. And thank you so much, Nick, for all of your helpful tips and taking us deep into the game and giving us all of the strats that we need to know for reoccurring players and for people who are probably going to download it for the first time today. I'm Megan, and this is Marvel, Your Universe. Thank you so much for joining us, guys.